1. In designing WTMA test preparation, which approach best supports adult learners' need for relevance? A. Focusing only on rote memorization of mechanical facts. B. Presenting scenarios connected to workplace applications. C. Limiting instruction to theoretical physics principles. D. Using only abstract diagrams with no context. 2. When evaluating WTMA practice test results, which metric most directly measures learning effectiveness? A. Time spent on each question. B. Percentage of correct answers across domains. C. Number of test items skipped. D. Total number of practice sessions completed. 3. Which instructional method best aligns with curriculum development for WTMA adult learners? A. Case-based exercises using real-world tools. B. Randomized flashcard drills with no context. C. Sole reliance on instructor-led lectures. D. Long reading assignments with minimal feedback. Or, a mentor guiding a learner through WTMA preparation should primarily focus on A. Repeating the same explanations until memorized. B. Encouraging critical thinking in mechanical reasoning. C. Reducing learner autonomy to avoid mistakes. D. Ignoring the learner's personal career goals. 5. Which evaluation strategy provides the most reliable insight into a candidate's mechanical aptitude growth? A. Peer discussion reflections. B. Pre-test and post-test comparison. C. Number of hours spent studying. D. Instructor satisfaction surveys. 6. When designing communication for WTMA exam prep, clarity is best ensured by A. Using technical jargon to demonstrate expertise. B. Incorporating diagrams with concise explanations. C. Avoiding visuals to reduce distractions. D. Providing answers without reasoning. 7. A regulatory compliance consideration in WTMA testing is to ensure A. Equal testing conditions for all candidates. B. Individualized test versions tailored to each learner. C. Unlimited retakes without restrictions. D. Allowing test takers to skip domains freely. 8. Which adult learning principle is most applicable to WTMA skill building? A. Adults need structured authority in all decisions. B. Adults learn best when material has immediate use. C. Adults prefer passive listening to active engagement. D. Adults thrive without feedback or evaluation. 9. Which feedback style best promotes self-directed improvement on WTMA items? A. Providing only the correct answer without reasoning. B. Highlighting errors and guiding problem-solving approaches. C. Avoiding feedback to promote independence. D. Correcting only after the final test is completed. 10. When developing WTMA practice modules, scaffolding means A. Designing questions that increase in complexity over time. B. Giving learners only advanced material first. Eliminating all easier problems to save time. D. Restricting practice to a single mechanical domain. 11. Which communication strategy ensures alignment between instructor and learner during WTMA preparation? A. Active listening and clarification of learner concerns. B. Delivering one-way lectures with no dialogue. C. Repeating technical definitions verbatim. D. Minimizing time for learner questions. 12. An ethical responsibility when mentoring for WTMA preparation is A. Maintaining confidentiality of learner progress. E. Sharing learner scores publicly for competition. C. Guaranteeing exam success to attract more mentees. Allowing biased feedback based on personal opinions. 13. In curriculum designed for WTMA, formative assessments serve to A. Guide ongoing instruction and learner adjustments. B. Replace the need for summative evaluation. C. Certify learners as fully competent. D. Reduce time spent on practice. 14. Which of the following best demonstrates compliance with test administration standards? A. Providing reasonable accommodations for disabilities. Offering harder versions of the test for stronger students. C. Allowing some candidates extra coaching during the exam. D. Skipping proctoring to increase comfort. 15. Which mentoring approach best enhances critical thinking for WTMA? A. Encouraging learners to explain reasoning for their answers. B. Providing final answers without discussion. C. Assigning unrelated tasks to build discipline. D. Limiting learners to one solution approach. 16. When analyzing WTMA results, item analysis is most useful for A. Identifying poorly performing test questions. B. Determining if learners like the exam. C. Shortening the practice test arbitrarily. D. Avoiding feedback cycles. 17. Which method ensures validity in WTMA practice evaluation? A. Ensuring questions reflect job-related mechanical tasks. B. Using random puzzles unrelated to mechanical work. C. Grading based on learner participation only. D. Selecting items with no link to workplace needs. 18. For adult learners, effective WTMA preparation incorporates A. Immediate application of mechanical principles. B. Abstract memorization with no practice. C. Isolated lectures without exercises. D. Extended silent reading tasks. 19. Which principle of mentoring supports learner autonomy in WTMA preparation? A. Encouraging learners to self-assess and set goals. Dictating exact study routines without flexibility. C. Minimizing learner input on problem solving. Avoiding reflection exercises. 20. Which type of evaluation best measures training transfer in WTMA contexts? A. Observation of mechanical problem solving in simulations. B. Survey of learner satisfaction after class. C. Recording attendance during practice sessions. D. Counting the number of questions attempted. 21. In developing a WTMA curriculum, alignment means A. Learning objectives, content, and assessments match. B. Content is covered in any order regardless of goals. C. Instruction is designed without reference to outcomes. D. Practice tests exclude assessed skills. 22. A strong regulatory requirement in standardized testing includes A. Maintaining test security and fairness. E. Encouraging sharing of answer keys. C. Allowing group collaboration on test day. D. Publicly ranking learners by score. 23. Which teaching technique fosters adult engagement during WTMA training? A. Problem-based learning with real scenarios. E. Sole reliance on rote memorization drills. C. Passive reading assignments only. D. Providing solutions without discussion. 24. A fair assessment practice for WTMA ensures A. Questions are free from cultural bias. B. Test items favor one demographic group. C. Learners are coached during the exam. D. Candidates are allowed to skip assessments. 25. In mentoring, modeling desired problem-solving approaches helps learners A. Internalize mechanical reasoning strategies. B. Depend fully on the mentor's answers. C. Avoid developing independent thinking. D. Ignore reflection on incorrect attempts. 26. Which evaluation tool is best for tracking incremental learner growth? A. Regular progress quizzes and practice exams. One single test at the end of training. C. Learner self-reports without evidence. D. Attendance records. 27. When revising WTMA curriculum, continuous improvement involves A. Using feedback to refine instruction and content. B. Maintaining outdated materials for consistency. C. Ignoring test performance data. D. Eliminating learner feedback. 28. Which adult learning principle most supports knowledge retention? A. Active engagement through problem solving. B. Passive memorization of facts only. C. Repetition without application. D. Avoiding real-world examples. 29. Communication during WTNA preparation is most effective when A. Instructions are concise, clear, and reinforced visually. B. Learners are overloaded with complex terminology. C. Directions are vague to promote discovery. D. Feedback is withheld until the final exam. 30. Which evaluation design ensures fairness in scoring? A. Standardized rubrics applied consistently. B. Scoring adjusted based on instructor preference. C. Learners grade their own exams. D. Varying criteria between candidates. 31. A mentor's role in WTMA practice should emphasize A. Facilitating critical reflection on errors. B. Providing all answers without explanation. C. Discouraging self-assessment. D. Avoiding constructive feedback.